Hey everyone, Felix from Nintendo Life here, and I have gotten hands-on with Cronos on the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a scary game, so I thought I'd make the lighting look a little bit scary here. But yes, so I've played Cronos. It comes out September 4th on the Nintendo Switch 2 and other platforms, and yeah, I was really excited to see how this game would run on Switch 2, and Bloober Team was so kind and invited me to their booth. So I went there for my appointment time, and then they told me, you actually don't have an appointment here. I don't know what was going on, but I said, hey, I was showing them the mails, and oh, well, they could see that I did have an appointment. So they please said to me, sit down and wait, and we'll figure something out. And before I know it, I was sitting playing Cronos. They were really kind and allowed me to actually capture direct B-roll, which I haven't been able to do at all here at Gamescom. So yeah, thank you, Bloober Team, for that. Here you can see the setup. There's loads of PCs, and then me here with my laptop, and getting to play Cronos. So what have I gotten to play? The Switch 2 demo, which was the one I was allowed to play, was 15 minutes long, and it started with a Slatey going over what Cronos is. I must admit, I didn't know much besides the main gimmick, which is that the enemies can merge with corpses of other enemies and turn into even more ferocious beasts. And this is Bloober Team's take on a survival horror game where, yeah, you running around these slimy, really nasty spaces, and yeah, I'll tell you about my experience. So even though the demo was only 15 minutes long, I actually had a lot more time with the game, so yeah, I just played the demo multiple times, which was fine because this game is really, really hard. It's one of the things they say in that little intro thing, that this game is intentionally hard. You're meant to die and then kind of remember where the enemies are and just get good, essentially. And I think the difficulty I thought was really great. Of course, I was struggling a lot in the start, but I eventually got my hang of it and got further and further in those 15 minutes. So how does it run on Switch graphically? Well, I can say that it runs really stable at 30 FPS with the occasional frame drop, well, actually really big frame drop when you use your fire ability, which just kind of freezes the game for a little bit. I don't know what was going on there, but besides that, it's really stable and it runs great. Obviously, the graphics have taken a hit compared to PC and other consoles, where I could see it right beside me. Someone was playing on PC and it just looked so much better graphically, and also 60 frames per second and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, just know that going into if you're planning on getting this game when it comes out here in September. Now, if you know me, I'm not a big horror person. I get really, well, I just get traumatized way too easily. My girlfriend tried to make me play Resident Evil Biohazard, and I lasted 5 minutes before I just had to say, nope, this is just not for me, because I had already screamed 2 times of jump scares and whatnot. But I felt this game was not too scary. It just felt like the perfect amount of scary. Like, it was scary, but I was having a really good time with it, and not like, oh my god, this is just awful, I'm gonna not be able to sleep type of scary. It might also help that I was sitting in a very bright room with lots of people around me, so it just felt more safe. I don't know, there probably would be a lot more scary to play this on your own in a totally dark room. So yeah, the game starts you off with just you going around, you find some ammunition in a box, and then you just get straight into it. There's enemies, and yeah, you have to take them down however you want. Now, ammunition is quite sparse in this game, so you have to be wary of how many shots that you're using. And in this demo, I had 3 guns available. I had a handgun, a shotgun, and this machine type gun. And you can quickly switch between them using the arrow buttons, which was just really intuitive, worked great. Now, an intentional design is that you have to reload manually every single time you press Y. And it was certainly something that I forgot, because I'm just used to shooting until you don't have any shots and then just press the shoot button again to reload and stuff like that. But I actually thought it was a really fun mechanic, even though it screwed me over a couple of times because I was fighting a monster, and then suddenly I was just like, why am I not doing any damage? Shoot, I have to reload, and it takes a bit to reload, and then yeah, the monster gets a grip to you and all that sort of stuff. Now, you also have this fire stun attack, and you only have 2 charges of these in the start. You can find a charge, which I did later, but these are really, yeah, save them for a really big occasion, because they can be really good at the right time. There's also a really cool thing that when you are shooting enemies, no matter what gun that you're using, you can charge that shot up by holding down the shoot button, and then it'll charge up and you'll shoot a more powerful shot. This can be really good in combination with the shotgun, for example. And now that we're talking about shooting, I can confirm That's, well, this game uses gyro aiming, which is just really nice. The gyro kicks in when you hold down the like aim button, and yeah, super intuitive, works brilliantly, and definitely upped my enjoyment of this experience, and could be a reason, well, to try and give it a go on Switch. Now, a really cool mechanic, as I mentioned earlier, well, the gimmick of this game is that the enemies merge with the corpses of the enemies that you've slayed. Now, you can prevent this. There's a really satisfying mechanic that if you just press like the shoot button without aiming or anything, you'll kind of, normally you just do a melee attack, but if you're standing close to an enemy, you'll stomp them, and you'll like really stomp them, and it feels really nice to do that. You can also burn the corpses, but again, you don't have a lot of that burn stuns thing, so yeah, I'd probably just stomp them. But this happened, the merging thing happened while I was playing multiple times. It's really creepy, it's really unsettling, and at one time this monster merged with 2 corpses, and it turned into an absolute abomination, not anything you'd like to see on a, what is it today, Thursday afternoon. So yeah, I got further. There was at one point where I was walking through this door, and then it turned out to just be kind of like a joke, because you walk through the door and there was an open wall. I thought that was quite funny. And yeah, I didn't really get much story. I don't know really what's happening. I just know that, yeah, you're walking around and kill the monsters so they don't get to you, you know, eat or be eaten. And yeah, I found some ammunition here and there, had some healing items, fought some more monsters, and then, well, since I had multiple goes at the demo, in the start I was really bad at it, and in the end I felt I was really getting the hang of it, and it was really a really satisfying game to play that just felt good, controlled good, the gameplay mechanics were solid, and yeah, if you like those types of games, I think you'll definitely enjoy this one. Now, they also, when I left the booth, gave me a little goodie bag, which had some really cool stuff, like this mouse pad, Cronos mouse pad, which I thought was really nice, very useful to play Drag X Drive, and also some stickers, as you can see here. Illuminated, they have this cool rainbow effect. There's also some regular ones if, well, no, they're also illuminated, but they're just smaller. So that's really cool. So yeah, thank you Bloober Team for inviting me and playing your game Cronos, coming to the Switch 2 September 4th. I think if you're planning on getting this game, obviously it'll run better on other consoles, but it definitely passes the test on Switch 2, and I think, yeah, you should definitely consider it if you want to get the game. Alright then, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out nintendolove.com, where we have all sorts of Nintendo-related content, and also, why don't you silently go to that subscribe button, and don't make it merge with another subscribe button. No, you have to click it, and that way you deactivate that whole process. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Felix from Nintendo Life,